What's up, gods? First of all, I'd like to welcome you all to this page. This is the Gods of Game. I am Flight School, a god of game. I want to first start off by saying no, this is not clickbait. I don't clickbait. I don't do that clickbait shit. This book right here can get you any woman you want. And I'm going to tell you why in a second. But first, let me explain to you what this page is and what this page is not. First of all, I want to give a shout out to all the guys out there, you know, the guys that give the alpha advice, things like that, to show guys pretty much how to man up and be men and how to, you know, finesse women like that. And don't get me wrong, that's exactly what you guys need. That's a big part of it. But the problem is, they're not giving y'all the whole story. See, it's one thing to walk up right and, you know, to be cold toward the woman and everything, but none of that's gonna work unless you have game. Period. You still have to talk to the bitch. Even if you ignore, you still have to have some kind of natural finesse, right? And that's where I come in. I'm telling you right now, you might want to hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, like this video, comment down below, because you are not find anything like what I'm about to share with you guys on YouTube. It's not out there. Nobody's giving you this information. I'm going to be giving you guys tips on how to get women, on how to keep women. I'm going to be telling you some things to say verbatim. I'm going to be giving you little tricks like the 3-question game. You know, 3 questions that you can ask a girl that'll make her instantly think about having sex with you. And not only think about having sex with you, but get a good feeling every time she has sex with you. I'm going to give you things like the one phrase you can say to a girl, you know what I'm saying, that'll instantly make your chances 90% higher of fucking her on the first date. Now, what this page is not, this is not like some corny tricks or, you know, some cheesy pickup lines. It's not that. This is psychology. That's what it is. Part of dealing with women, you have to understand that it's a psychological game. And that's the part that the other guys on YouTube, even though they're giving you the right information, they're not giving you that. But now keep in mind, I'm telling you right now, I'm guaranteeing you, the stuff I'm going to tell y'all and I'm going to share with y'all in these videos, it's going to work 100% of the time on every single woman. And I'm not capping. I'm not capping. I know it sounds, you know, extreme, but it's not. But see, here's the trick to the thing. Here's where all the alpha guys have it right. I can tell you what to say verbatim. I can tell you what to do verbatim. But none of that is going to work if you're not a man first. So before I even get into this book, or I even get into, you know, any of the little tactics, 2 things you have to have first. Number 1, you have to be a man. You have to be a man. You got to be an alpha. I can tell you what to say, but if you're not a man and you're not able to follow through and to continue to nurture this game, then it's not going to work for you. It's just simple as that. If you're not a man, a woman going to walk all over you, no matter if you got the magic words or whatever. And don't think this 2020, don't think good dick just going to keep you through the door. That may help out, but you got to have some game about yourself. Not even with women, just in life. If you want to be a businessman, you got to have some game to boss yourself up. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. You know, people hear the word game and they think of some negative condemnation that goes along with the word being manipulative and things like that. And that's a part of it. But game is just a mastery of a skill. You know, if you want to be a baseball player, you got to get out there and swing for the fences 150 hours, you know, before you get that major league try. You got to train. If you want to be a basketball player, you shooting jump shots all your life. To train, you getting up on your game. You're a master at the game by the time you make it to the NBA. So, but as a man, you got to have some level of game. And that's just what it is. Number 2, you got to get your shit together, man. Y'all got to get y'all paper right. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to get y'all business in order. If you stay with your mama, figure out how to get out your mama basement. Figure out how to get out the couch. Figure out how to get your own shit. Not for the bitch. Because I'm not telling any of y'all to spend money on a woman. That's definitely not what this channel is about. But for yourself. There's a certain confidence that comes with having your own. There's a certain confidence that comes with knowing that you don't need a bitch for nothing. That's how you add value to yourself. And once you get that confidence, it shows. How you feel inside is projected on the outside. With that being said, we still gonna get into it. So before I get into this book, let me give you a little backstory about myself. My name is Harry Sanders. That's my government name, but my street name is Flight School. Everybody calls me Flight School. I'm a screenwriter. If you look on IMDb, I got plenty credits under my name. I write for TV. I write for movies. I'm an entrepreneur. I have a custom t-shirt company called Everybody Black. This is one of the shirts, one of our runaway slave shirts. Y'all can go check out the website, you know. Always by choice, never by force. I'm a little older, so I'm an OG. I'm kind of like AWACS in Menace to Society. You know, I done so much dirt. I like to sit back and watch the youngsters do their thing now. You know, I'm not in the game like I used to be anymore. I got 3 lovely kids. I got a wife. I've settled down or whatever. If I need to make some things shake and get out there again, I could, because I got the game. It's in me. It's not on me. You know what I'm saying? In the early 2000s, you know, I used to be a pimp. I even did a little pimping. But even with the pimping thing, I don't think y'all understand what type of man you have to be to convince a woman to go out and sell her pussy for you. Like, I think that makes me a god of game. Period. I've mastered this thing, and I'm going to teach it to y'all. Now, don't get me wrong now. I'm not going to sit here and act like I've always had it together and somehow some niggas want to flex like they just been popping since elementary school. That definitely wasn't the case, man. I was just like y'all at one point. I mean, simp, Homer Simpson, nigga, for real. But I had somebody ready to give me the game and to sit me down. A lot of y'all boys don't got OGs, and it shows. Y'all just learning on the fly. I mean, you only can learn so much via YouTube. This is game school now, and I'm the instructor. And our first lesson we're gonna learn out of this book right here. This book is called The Mac Within, right? It literally says the Holy Book of Game, right? It was written by Tariq Nasheed. I don't know if any of y'all know Tariq Nasheed, but if you Google him or pull him up on YouTube, he does a lot of Black Power stuff now. Like, he puts out these documentaries called Hidden Colors and things like that. But what people don't know, in the early 2000s, Tariq Nasheed was like the go-to for players. He was like one of the most well-known Macs in the country. You know, he had a show on MTV. You know, he used to consult people. He was all on CNN. I mean, you can pull it all up on YouTube. The stuff is still out there. Like, this man really used to give young brothers the game. This is just one of the books he wrote. This is The Mac Within. He wrote one book called The Art of Macking. He wrote one for the ladies called Player Be Played. And I guarantee most of you guys have never seen this book. So in these videos, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna read a chapter every video and then break it down how y'all can apply it in y'all everyday life. So like I say, man, cut on the notification bell so you don't miss this. This is stuff that you're not gonna see on YouTube. Nobody's doing this. Half of y'all don't even know it exists. You can look it up on Amazon or something like that, man. It's an easy read. It's only like 200 pages or something like that. I read this book many, many times. It's hard to find right now because it's been out so long, but you know, look it up. Listen, so the book actually starts with like a dictionary of words that you're gonna find in the book, like words for macking. But a lot of that shit don't make sense right now, because this book was put out in 2005, right? So they got words in here like chicken head and gigolo. It's crazy, right? So the words may be out of dated, but I'm telling you, man, the game is timeless. Start off with the 10 commandments of macking, right? Commandment number 1. Macking is 20% talk and 80% attitude. If your game and your gear is tight enough, you can pull females without saying a word. That's what I was saying. Number 1, get your shit together, fellas. If you get your money up, then you start dressing better. You start smelling better. You always want to keep your appearance A1. That's the first thing women look at. They're going to look at how you dress. Trust me, just like we look at their asses and shit, they're looking at how we put together. Now, don't get me wrong. You can get to a level where you can step outside of anything and pull a bitch. I can pull a bitch in dirty work clothes, but y'all not there yet. So, you know, any real player, man, you really want to focus on your gear. You always want to step outside looking presentable, man. Get a motherfucking haircut. You know, if you in between cuts or you ain't looking right, at this level of the game, I wouldn't really step to a bitch. Number 2, there are only 2 ways to handle a relationship situation. Like a trick or like a Mac. When relationship problems arise, a man is either gonna mac up or trick off. You either gonna be a player or a payer. Always be the Mac. That's real shit. When problems come up in a relationship, man, you gotta know how to handle it. Women, they like to play games. Women like to play head games. They throw shit tests at you. They gonna test you just to see how you handle certain situations, just to see if you're gonna man up in certain situations. You gotta be able to pass them tests 100%. Because if you fail just one, she knows she got you. She's gonna walk all over you every time after that. To be a true Mac, you must have integrity. A Mac must be a boss. In order to be a leader, you must be worthy to be followed. That's self-explanatory. You gotta be a boss. You gotta be a leader. A man should always take control. Never let a woman make a decision. Every phrase you say should represent you calling the shots. Never forget that. That's important. That's that alpha shit. Everything you say, you should be calling the shots. Always qualify your females before you start macking. Macking to a female that isn't qualified to receive good game is like speaking Chinese to a Mexican. No matter how tight your game is, she simply won't understand. That's real shit. Qualify these chicks first, man. Some of these bitches dumb. And you have to understand, as a man, you are the prize. Your game is valuable. You don't want to waste it on a dumbass bitch. Everybody shouldn't be worth being in your presence. That's how you have to feel. You got to qualify this bitch. She might even be worth your time. Give a fuck how fine she is. This bitch could be like Beyonce. Every bitch ain't worth your time, my boy, and your game is your number one asset. That's your number one value before anything else. It ain't money, it ain't your dick, it's your game. You gotta boss up. Respect the game and the rules to the game. Man, that should be commandment number one. You gotta respect the game, man. The macking game on the street level is the only hustle with its own set of rules. Anyone could be a drug dealer. Anyone could be a carjacker, but you must abide by a certain set of rules to be a player. That's just it, man. Respect yourself, respect the game. You know, you ain't got to talk down on another nigga. Basically, don't pick up no female traits, man. All that gossiping and shit like that, man. Boys don't understand how that hinders their game in the long run, man. Number 6, a Mac must be tactful. A Mac game should always be appropriate to the situation. Don't be overly energetic. You should be low key and vice versa. Remember, there's a time and a place for everything. That's self-explanatory. You know, if you in a quiet little kickback place, you don't want to be, hey, what's up? If you're at the club, you don't want to be too low key. It's just about adjusting your game to the situation, man. That's self-explanatory. A true Mac must always have options. You should always be in a position where you can recruit and dismiss, known as cop and blow a female at a whim. The day your female see that you run out of options is the day you'll lose. That's real shit. You have to look at it like this. No woman wants a man that other women don't want. A lot of guys, they seem to think, well, damn, if she find out I got a lot of girls or she find out that I'm a ladies man, she ain't gonna want me. I'm here to tell you, man, it's the total opposite. They love the idea of having a man that every woman wants. But you must also be able to prove that. It's one thing to say it, but never get so hung up on a bitch where you make her your everything. Always have options, man. You always want to be busy. You always want to be a mystery to the bitch. Never follow your woman. It's okay to get input from a woman. It's even okay to get knowledge from a woman. But the minute you put a woman in position of leadership over you, she will lose respect for you. Never let your woman determine the role in a relationship. It's your job as a Mac to set up their own agenda. That goes back to what I was saying earlier. It's up to you to take charge. You can get, little input from the bitch every now and then, but it should only be used for you to make the last call, the last decision. A Mac must constantly upgrade his game and reinvent himself. Familiarity breeds contempt. You always want to keep a woman in suspense, never knowing what you're going to do next. A true Mac always have a new trick up his sleeve. That's facts. I've been doing this. I'm an older guy, man. I've been doing this well over 20 years, my brothers, and I'm still learning every day. Like I said, I read this book like 4 times. You can never stop learning the game. Never stop learning the game. I don't give a fuck if you pulling women just like this here. You constantly gotta upgrade. If you come at this bitch with the same old tricks, she gonna get bored with you. You always gotta keep the bitch on her toes, man. Require your female to bring more to the table than just sexual gratification. That's self-explanatory. Some of these boys are so hung up just on pussy, and a lot of these females think that's all it takes. especially right now with this WAP culture and all this shit. These bitches coming to the table pussy first, and y'all niggas diving in head first. Man, y'all gotta require that bitch to bring something to the table more than her pussy. You gotta remember, you a boss. You a man with value. She gotta bring something to the table that's valuable to you, that's worth your motherfucking time. If pussy the only thing she got, send that hoe back to the street, straight up. Yeah, man, so that was the intro of the book. I think I'm gonna leave it right there for now because this video is already long as hell, man. I'm gonna get into the first chapter next video. But I'm gonna be touching on a lot of subjects, man, when it comes to these women. You know, this is the type of stuff you're not gonna find on YouTube, man. So go ahead and subscribe, turn on the post notifications so you'll know when these videos coming. Man, leave comments down below. If you guys wanna know anything, I'll answer any question. If you wanna know shit, how to mac to a Jamaican bitch, Chinese bitch, different races, I could teach you that. You wanna learn how to be a pimp, I could teach you that. You wanna learn how to have a threesome, I could teach you that. You know, that's what I'm here for, man. I'm here to answer all y'all questions and to help as much as possible. So, yeah, man. But for now, just look at the video again, take notes. You know, we're really going to jump into the first chapter. We're really going to get into it next video. This is just a preliminary round. And I'll see y'all boys next time, guys.